Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Selenium training. In this session, we are going to learn about how to use JavaScript and its features in Selenium. So why this JavaScript is used in Selenium automation and what is JavaScript and what are different methods available and how to overcome few challenges in Selenium automation using the Selenium JavaScript executor we will discuss in detail. So if you want to directly see an example, just forward the video. But if you are a beginner and if you want to have a strong knowledge on what are the features of this JavaScript executor, just I would like to give some overview for 2 minutes and then we'll jump to a few examples that are really helpful in real time. Okay, so what is this JavaScript? So JavaScript is a language, it's a scripting language for handling web pages and interacting with an HTML DOMs and directly generating a dynamic content for web pages. Okay, so this JavaScript can perform many actions on Selenium WebDriver like we do for normal using Java, like clicking, scrolling, and all those things. So sometimes we face different challenges because all applications are different and all web pages are different. They behave in different way. So you some web elements will be hidden, some will be disabled, some will be enabled. So if you want to overcome those challenges, JavaScript executor will play a prominent role in overcoming those challenges, and this can interact with HTML DOM in a very significant way. Okay, now, what is the use of this JavaScript? So where you will use it and what is the use of this JavaScript? So these JavaScript is used whenever you are not able to locate elements using ID, name, class path or XPath and all those things. And the second thing is if you want to interact with elements which are hidden, disabled, and also you can interact with an enabled elements as well. And one more use is to perform scroll. If you want to scroll horizontally, vertically, then you can use this JavaScript executor. So this JavaScript executor is an interface basically. Okay, and this has two methods that you can implement. One is execute async string script and other one is execute script. So execute script is the mostly used. We don't use execute async script mostly, but we will see with small example. But we will use execute script frequently to overcome those challenges. Example like clicking, scrolling, and also you can generate manual alerts, you can generate manual prompts, and you can refresh a browser, you can get inner text, you can get title of a page, you can get URL of a page. Everything you can do using execute script method. So you have to learn two lines of code to be perfect with JavaScript executor. So JavaScript executor is an interface. Initially, you have to initialize that by creating one object and you have to cast the driver with JavaScript executor interface. And then these are the two methods. It's very simple. See, JS dot using object, you are calling the method and it has two arguments. One is script and arguments. So script is the basic script of JavaScript. uh, for clicking you will have one script, for scrolling you will have one script. So that script is enabled in this first argument and then the second argument is passed to apply for the script. So if you want to click on some web element, you will give the path of that web element here and then the script related script here. So execute async script mostly used to you can give the script to wait for performing particular weights, uh, or to make the program to wait, or those operations you can do, but we will see in detail with few examples. Okay, this is all about a basic on JavaScript. You have to know the basic because this is very important. Even in interview questions they'll ask you what is the use of JavaScript executor and how do you handle the hidden elements, all these things. And if you're asked to write a syntax, you should be perfect with these two lines of code. Okay, now let's quickly switch to Eclipse and let's see few examples and to these examples are mostly helpful in real time as well whenever you face some challenges. Okay, let's see few examples and move forward. Before writing to an example, we will just see how to see your how to see your JavaScript code or how to write your JavaScript uh, lines. Okay, so just right click on any web page and click on inspect. You will be landed to this page and you'll be seeing a console here where you can write your scripts. Okay, so if I want to identify this element, okay, I can just type document, okay, dot get element. See, get element by id. You have a different methods here. Okay, so for example, this is the class, right? So I'll go to console, document dot get element by class name of. I'll just provide the class name and click enter. Okay, let me copy this. See, when I give this statement, it automatically gave me the DOM structure that is available for input box. When I hover these elements, it's highlighting to the element C. So that's the way you can identify your elements. Okay, for example, I want to identify this Gmail link. Okay, so I have a class, right? So go to console, document dot get by class name of. See again, if I highlight this, see it's highlighting. You have different elements. Okay, it's giving you all the elements which are having the links, and the first one is Gmail, next one is images. It's giving everything. Okay, if you have name or class name, so let's see this element. If it yeah, it has name. So now see, document dot get element by name of. See, so it is giving us the thing, right? So this way you can inspect your elements. Okay, now let's see few example. This is JavaScript executor is very powerful and it has many uses, and you can do lot of things using JavaScript executor. Okay, so let's create one package. So I'll call this package as JavaScript executor examples. Okay, so I'm going to create new class. I'll call it as JavaScript executor underscore example one. Okay, so let me write void main public static void main. Okay, so let me take from previous examples, let me take these 3 lines of code. Okay, now so let's maximize the browser. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay, now, as we have seen in our syntax, let's create this object with the syntax, and let's create first. So JavaScript executor JS is equal to cast it. So JavaScript executor driver. Cast the driver with JavaScript executor and just import this. Import. Okay. Now let's get a title of the page. Okay. So now let's get the title. So I'll be refreshing the page. Okay, go to console. So just here type document dot. See, when I type the document dot, you are getting all the related methods. Okay, just your title. See, the title is given. Okay, so if you can even get the URL also, document dot URL. See, it's giving the complete URL, right? So there you have to follow certain syntaxes to write this statement. So let's do that. JS dot, so execute script of we are going to see execute script examples first and then execute async script. Execute async script is a small, just we'll see a minor example because execute script is the mostly used and you will face challenges in using these execute script. So here just type return space document dot title. Okay, once you specify this, just give colon and double quotes. Okay, and then remove these arguments. It's optional, as I said you. Okay, so if you see here, this is the JavaScript code. Okay, this is this complete JavaScript code which is embedded in double quotes. Okay, this is JavaScript code. Now we have to convert this into toString so that we can print it. Okay, so now let's store this in one string variable. String page underscore title is equal to. Okay, let me print this page title. Okay, so let me run this program now. So it's opening the browser. It will maximize the browser. Done. See, page title is Google, right? So in the similar way, we can get page URL as well. So how to do that? Same way, js dot execute script of, okay, return. So document dot, so we have already written here, right? See, document dot URL. So you can directly copy this and give semicolon and remove this argument and again give dots to string of, okay, and store it in variable page underscore URL is equal to, okay. So here something is wrong. See the extra parenthesis. Now let me print this page URL, page URL. Okay. So let me run this program now. It will maximize the browser and now go to the console. See, you can see the page title, page URL, right? So these are simple things. These examples I'm just telling you to make your syntax, to make your syntax perfect. So you have to be perfect with syntax writing. You have one line of code with initialization and other line of code where you will write the JavaScript syntaxes, very simple syntaxes. Okay, so here I'll specify getting page title. Okay, here I'll be writing getting page URL. Okay, now this is one example. So now let's see another example which is very interesting. We can even generate manual alerts and manual prompts. Okay, so I'll show you an example how to do that here. So here, see, uh, just type alert of this is sample, this is knowledge share sessions and close the bracket, press enter. See, this is knowledge share sessions. Okay, so and also if you can generate prompts as well. So prompt of this is JavaScript session for automation. So let me close the brackets and press enter. See, it's prompting means it's giving some value to be entered and click on OK, right? So this way you can capture the values also in your automation. You will come to know once you get hands-on in automation, you will come to know that if you want to capture any value or if you want to send any values in the prompt, then you will be you can use this and you can store these values in at other places and as per your automation. Okay, overall that's a different subject, but what we are trying to do here is we can generate manual alerts and manual prompts as well, right? So let me create one more example and show you how to do that. Okay, let's create a class. So I'll call this as JavaScript executor example underscore 2 public static void main. Okay, okay. So we are opening a Google page and we are going to create a manual alert. So for that we have to create JavaScript executor. So this is case sensitive. Just remember caps J JavaScript and executor. Okay, and cache the driver. Now import this JavaScript executor interface, and now simply okay getting or generating manual alert. Okay, js dot execute script of. Okay, so you have to place it in double quotes as I said you, and alert of, just put the statement in a single quote, that is fine. Okay, this is Google page manual alert. Okay, give it in a single quotes and close the bracket and give semicolon and give the double quotes. So you are embedding your script in a double quotes. Observe carefully. See, so this is the syntax. Everything will have a syntax, right? You are writing system.out.println and you are putting in a double quotes and giving semicolon, right? So the same script you are using here, but a JavaScript between a double quotes. Okay, that's it. There is no much uh, complexity in using this syntaxes, right? Now let us run this program and see whether alert is generated or not. Yes, see, this is Google page manual alert, right? So in the same way, we can generate manual prompts also. So generating manual prompts, js dot execute script of. Again, we have to use prompt instead of alert. Okay, prompt of in single quotes. This is Google page manual prompt. Okay, colon. Okay, we have to give double quotes, right? Yeah. So let us comment this line and now execute and see whether prompt is getting generated or not. See, prompt is generated, right? This is Google page manual prompt. Okay. So this is how you can generate the manual prompts as well on the web pages, right? So this is one of the features of JavaScript executors. Okay, so you can even click on web elements as well. You can click on hidden elements. So let us create one more class. So this session, this example, we will see how to click on elements. JavaScript executor underscore example 3. Okay, public static void main. So let's take this common statements. Okay, so now let's take one web page. So demo.tyscientist.com. So I want to click on this checkbox. So how do I do that? Just inspect, write your XPath. So how to write your XPath? So this is ID is remember me, right? So double slash @ID is equal to, copy that. See, I got one. So I want to click on this checkbox using JavaScript. So imagine this is not visible. This is a hidden element and you are not able to click on this in real time. So how do you do that? To to overcome those situations, you will use JavaScript executor and click those element. Okay. So JavaScript executor JS is equal to JavaScript executor. Okay, cast it to driver. Okay, and import this. Okay, import this. Now you can write web element. So remember me button is equal to driver dot find element of by dot xpath of, copy that, just store it here. Now just import this web element. Okay, now how to click it? Okay, js dot execute script of. Okay, so you have to use a simple statement here. Just give arguments of, in index brackets give 0 dot click off. Click off is a method so that you are giving it in parentheses, double quotes, comma. You have to pass this argument here. Now inside to this 0, this remember me button address will be passed and JavaScript executor will try to click on that button. So generally how we do that, we use driver dot find element of by dot click. Here also you can use dot click, right? But imagine that that click is not working, mm, due to some reasons. Maybe it's a disabled or hidden or something. So you can use these statements and then run the script to click on that particular button. Okay. So let me run this program now. Okay, seems like we did not change the address, right? So let's take this URL, give it here. Okay, now let us run this. So observe now, see, it clicked on this, right? So using JavaScript, you can click it, click the elements like that. Clicking on an element or hidden element. Okay, so this is one example. So this is one of the features of JavaScript executors. Okay, now there might be some situations where you need to scroll a page to identify the element. So if you take this example, your remember me button is here, but if you want to click on the buttons which are in the end of the page, then it's difficult. It is not visible and you cannot click it. So in that cases you have to scroll your pages, right? So we will see how to scroll a page and then click on that particular elements. Okay, let's create one example. I'll call it as JavaScript executor underscore example 4. Let me take this public static void main, and now let me copy this. Okay, so there is one more feature also available in JavaScript. You can launch a new page. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. So currently we are in this page, right? So you can directly see uh, window dot location is equal to http colon slash slash www dot google.com. See, you can launch like this. So once I click on enter, it opened the Google page, right? So that way you can launch a new page, right? So let's see that how we can do that. So again declare JavaScript executor JS is equal to copy this. Okay. So cast the driver. So import this JavaScript executor interface. Now simply JS dot again execute script of. So what is the syntax? Just go here. Okay, it's closed, right? Let's write it. Window dot location is equal to in a single quotes http colon slash slash www dot google or so let me say gmail.com. From Google I'll go to Gmail directly. So I I don't need any arguments here, but just this should be in a single quotes, right? So this is my script now. So see, this is my script, what exactly I have provided here previously, right? Now let me run this program. Sorry, we have done a small mistake. We have to use execute script, right? By mistake it got selected execute async script. Okay, no problem. Let me run it again. You can see Google page is launched and immediately it's navigating to Gmail. See, right? So that way we can use this syntax to navigate to a new page. Okay. So launching new page. Now we can see scroll. So I want to scroll this page. Okay. So there are different methods to scroll. So first we will see scrolling using pixel size. Okay. So how to do that? Simply do the js dot execute script of. Okay. So window, okay, give it in double quotes, window dot scroll by of 0 comma x coordinates and y coordinates, close the bracket. Okay, remove this arguments which is optional. See, now let me, yeah, let it be. I want to open a Google page and then navigate to Gmail, and then you can see I need to scroll up. So I'm giving the coordinates as 0 comma 100, right? So let me execute the same script in console. Okay, so right click, inspect console. Okay, press enter. See, again copy, press enter. See, again copy, press enter. See. So here you can identify how much you need to scroll on all those factors. So at the beginning, it's at beginning here. Now instead of 1000, I'll give 4000 and let's see what happens. So 4000, click here, see. So you can identify, for example, if your element is at the middle or at the bottom or some bottom up or whatever it is. So you can specify these pixels and you can test here. You need not write your complete script and wait for your execution. And you need not make some assumptions. Here you will get directly how much pixel you need to scroll to get that element, right? So this way you can scroll. Okay, now let me run this program and see. It's navigating to Gmail page. Yeah, see, it scrolled till 1000 pixels. Okay. Now, so there is other way of scrolling as well. If for example, you want to identify some elements at the bottom, In some web applications, if you see here, these are the footers. You have to verify all the footers of a web page, right? So these powered by everything you have to verify, for example. So in order to verify the footers of a web page, you have to always come to the bottom of the page. You cannot scroll and check whether this is visible or not, and that is very complex. So if you want to scroll to the bottom, you will have to use again a different syntax. I'll show you that. So let's go to gmail.com only because it is having a very big scroll. Sorry. So gmail.com. Okay. Okay. Let's take demo web page only. So you this is a simple syntax to scroll to the bottom of the page. Just give window dot. Okay. So this time we will use scroll to. Sorry, scroll to. Okay, 0 comma. We have to specify x and y coordinates. So my x coordinates will be 0 only. Now I have to get the bottom of the bottom number of a pixel, right? So let us do one thing. Let's get the value first. Okay, document dot body dot scroll height. Let's get scroll height. See dot scroll height. See, the size is 1810. So we have to specify this 1810. So we should not directly copy this 180 and then paste it in our code. Okay, we have to give this value so that whenever some elements are added, it will automatically pick up the pixel size. Okay, so how to do that? Window dot scroll, sorry, scroll to, okay, two coordinates, 0 comma. Now specify document dot body dot scroll height. Okay, this way you are giving a dynamic value. Now observe carefully. Whenever I click this, whenever I press enter, it will automatically go to the bottom of the page. That will scroll to the bottom. See, so now you can use this syntax in your code. Copy this. Okay, so scrolling using or scrolling till the bottom of the page. Okay, js dot execute script of, in double quotes, specify your script. Okay, that's it. It's very simple. Okay, now let's comment this and let's run this program and see. It should now launch Google page and should navigate to Gmail page, and then it should scroll till bottom of the page. That's the step that we have written. See, it's navigated to bottom of the page, right? Now I don't even want to scroll till the bottom of the page. Now my requirement is I want to scroll until the element is found. Okay, so here my operation is I have created buttons here, one, two, three. Third one is at the bottom of the page, and I want to scroll my page till this element is found. Okay, so I'm repeating again. I want to scroll my page until this element is found. If the element is found, it will stop. Okay, I want to scroll that way. So first of all, inspect this element. Okay, so take the class name and write and specify Xpath. Okay, slash double slash star at the rate class is equal to, give the class name. Okay, slash at the rate class is equal to. Okay, something is wrong. Let me inspect it again. Okay, copy this. At the rate class is equal to. Yeah. So I have to first store this web element or the path of this element into a web element in interface, one object variable. Okay. So I'll call it as create an account button, or I'll say bottom button. Okay, is equal to driver dot find element of by dot xpath of, specify that xpath and just store it. Okay. Okay, import this. Let me minimize this. Okay, let me import this now. So how to scroll the web page until this web element is found? Okay, so in previous example we have seen this syntax, right? JavaScript execute. So let's copy this so that you can get some idea of by comparing this. See here what we are doing, we're directly clicking the element. So on this zero index, this argument will be passed, right? Let me give this. Okay. Now instead of giving this, I want to because if even if you perform this, it will not be clicked because it's at the bottom, right? It's not visible when the page is loaded. So what we will do is we will give one more method here, simple method, scroll into view. Okay, and give semicolon because this is a script. So when you give the script, it will scroll till the till this element is found. Simple. Okay, and then we will click on that element. Once that element is found, we will click on that element. Okay, so let me put here scrolling till the element is found. Okay, so let me run this program now. So it should open Google page, and then it should navigate to Gmail page, and then it should scroll until that create an element, create an account button is found, and then click on that button. See, so it found the button. See, now the cursor or the scroll button is at the bottom, and it's clicked on this and it's navigated to the page. Sorry, when it clicked on the create an button account, it automatically launches in a new tab with this form. Okay, so that is how you can scroll until the element is found. Okay, this is all about JavaScript method, js.execute script. Okay, so let me recall what all we have seen so far. One is getting a page title, getting page URL using JavaScript executor. And in the second example, we have seen generating manual alerts and generating manual prompts. And in the third example, we have seen clicking on element or a hidden element. This is the same syntax for any element, whether it is hidden or visible or disabled. This is the same syntax that we use. And in the fourth example, we have seen launching a new page, scrolling using pixel size, scrolling using bottom of the page, and scrolling till the element is found. Okay, this is all operations or this is all the features that we can perform using execute script method. Okay, so we have one more method as well that we have seen in our slide, async script. So this script basically we can use for getting or making the script to pause for 5 seconds or wait for 5 seconds or 10 seconds like that, and we can get the um, differences of execution. Okay, so let's create one example and see how to use this execute async script method. Okay, so I'll create a class. I'll call it as JavaScript executor underscore. I'll name it as async so that you will remember async example, and let me take public static void main. Okay, and let me copy these lines. Okay, so now I'll give js dot. Okay, we have to specify the variable, right? So JavaScript executor js is equal to JavaScript executor casting to the driver. Okay, now import this interface. Now this is very simple syntax. We have to wait for 5 seconds. Waiting for 5 seconds using JavaScript. Okay, so js dot execute async script of window dot set timeout of arguments, set timeout for arguments of arguments dot length is 1. Okay, just remember the syntax, that's it. Need not we will be not using this frequently, but it's better to know. But don't worry, you just you can remember the syntax very easily. Okay, so yeah, this is my script. Window dot set timeout of arguments length minus 1 5000, which means 5 seconds. Okay, now we can even calculate the current time, and so for that we will just declare um, a time for calculating milliseconds. So I'll call it as long start time is equal to system dot current time milliseconds. Okay, and I'll declare one more variable end time is equal to current millisecond. So after launching Google, we are getting the current time in milliseconds. Okay, and then we are waiting for 5 seconds. Okay, and then we are calculating the milliseconds again at that period, and then we are printing. So printing time or something. So give end time minus start time. So remember to specify this in parentheses because we are doing some calculation in system.out.println. If you do not place parentheses, it will give you error. Okay, just specify in parentheses, right? Then just run this program now. Okay, so let's go here now. See, it passed for 5 seconds. It's giving us a time in milliseconds. Okay, how much time it is passed. Okay, this way there are a lot of uses, there are a lot of features, and they are used in many ways. But this is small example I thought of telling, but it's not much used. But you have to be perfect in this JavaScript executor only, execute script. So practice all these examples. I'll be giving this code in the repository. You can just go to uh, github.com and you can search for knowledge share and you will be seeing Selenium basics. You can import this project, so that way you can practice. Whenever I push some code here, you can just simply execute pull and all those code will come to your system, and you can practice those examples. Okay, so that's all about JavaScript executor. JavaScript executor is very powerful whenever you face some challenges in your automation, so you can use these features to overcome your challenges. And thanks a lot for watching, and please subscribe and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Thank you and have a nice day.